Look, you're saying you want AI to be profitable not just for businesses, but for everyone, including the millions of 25-year-olds currently underemployed or unemployed. Clara, you've founded this. What's happening with the labor market right now?
Thank you, Caroline. Great to see you. Gen Z American workers are graduating in the worst job market in 37 years. As you said, 42% are underemployed. So they're bartending, they're working gig jobs, and taking other work that don't require their degree. And it's because traditional pathways are drying up. And today's young Americans are graduating without the skills, tools, and information they need to get hired in this AI economy.
So the skills, the tools they need, you're bringing that to bear. How? Because there is this sudden anxiety that people need to realign themselves for the future of work.
Well, absolutely. And I look at the colleges in America and K-12 education. There is, rightful caution around using AI. But many of these young people are actively being discouraged from using AI and learning AI while they're in school. And so they're graduating not knowing how to direct these systems, not knowing how to properly set up context engineering, and how to apply these AI workflows in transformational ways, whether they're applying for a marketing job, software engineering, or accounting.
Accounting, I think, of just an industry that is being shaken up significantly by new AI products. This isn't just Gen Z that are suffering. At the moment, we see yet more and more layoffs being announced. Cloudflare today, we've had Block coming out with its numbers and showing the rewards it's gaining from having left almost half of its entire employee base. Coinbase this week, you think. They just keep on building. 33,000 tech jobs have been cut in April. What do you think the tech sector is going to look like in the future, Clara?
It's really hard to say, but I think where we're trending right now is really much more usage of AI, and specifically AI agents, to do a lot of the work that traditionally entry-level workers did. And again, that's why it is so important that we equip our young graduates with the tools and information they need and the experience they need to get hired.
Is there a backlash? I mean, I've thought of how you and I have sat down over the years and you've talked about the tools you're using, the way you're leaning into agentic AI or just generative AI writ large. You then see the response to a Reese Witherspoon trying to say that maybe people who look like you and me, women in particular, should start using AI a little bit more. The people are worried about the cost to the environment, the cost of creativity and royalties and payouts. How do you navigate that amongst Gen Z who maybe are coming to AI kicking and screaming?
Yes, and as we've done this work with the New Work Foundation, one of my co-founders, Samantha, she is part of Gen Z, and what I've heard from her and her friends is that a lot of young people today do have these moral objections and concerns around AI. And so what I would say is these are the exact people we want being part of building the solutions so that we can capture their concerns and creatively build the right path forward that addresses what they want but also doesn't leave them behind in this new economy.
Look, you've got this initial set of free AI tools. JobClaw, you've got one of them, Field Report. I want to go into what they really do, but there is a lot of free tools out there. IBM has them, Amazon has them. Look, if you wanted to lean into understanding and building your own repertoire of AI talent, you can do it. So why did you have to design something different?
Well, I think we have to address the legitimate moral questions that Gen Z has, just like we said. But then also beyond that, it's almost overwhelming how much information is out there about AI. There are hundreds of thousands of hours of AI courses, certifications, some of them free, but some of them very expensive. And it's very hard for anyone of any age, actually, to navigate this. And so what we wanted to do is New Work Foundation is going job by job, going across the most common entry-level white-collar roles that young people are applying for. And we're breaking down exactly what it takes to become, AI native in doing that job. So whether it's marketing, whether it's software, whether it's investment banking, whether it's legal, whether it's some other role, we're talking to hiring managers that are using AI, asking them to describe in clear terms how what they're looking for has changed in the last 12 months as a result of AI and agents. And we're also interviewing other Gen Z workers who had been struggling to find work but have recently found a job in that particular role so that they can share their tips and tricks.